Welcome back to Alliance War. It's Season 38, War 7, for Loki is facing Matrix. I didn't grab a screenshot of the title for this video just because, I'm sick and, I've got like COVID brain or some nonsense. So this war, I'll be bringing in Null, Red Hulk, and my new Rank 4 Hyperion. The first fight I have on Path 8 is this Immortal Abomination. Originally, I signed myself to do it with Red Hulk, but then I started thinking about it and says, no, I just took Hyperion up to rank 4 right before this war in order to do the boss fight. And so why don't I just go ahead and practice with him here on this node? I will gain the benefits because I get a lot of buffs as Hyperion, and iBomb doesn't get any buffs really. So pretty diversity placement only for iBomb on this node, and Hyperion just completely and utterly waxes him. So, good job by you. All right, cough break. All right, next up, we have this Angela on node 24. I brought in Null specifically for this fight, and the reason being is that I wanted to counteract Angela's regen with Null's heal block from Sick and Tired. I also wanted to counteract any sort of armor ups that she may get vis-a-vis his armor breaks. And as you can see, this fight is very, 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 very easy. Nothing really all that special going on here other than just me beating her to death. I was changing my masteries in between. I didn't have many fights this war, but I changed masteries, I think, between every single one of them. And I even ended up running out of units and having to buy an Odin just before the Cyber Weekend deals, which just made me feel great about life. But yeah, one special 3, and Null ends this fight. So next up, I'm splitting Path 3B with my buddy Rando, and I'm going to take the Scorpion here with Red Hulk. This node benefits defenders who gain armor up buffs. That ain't Scorpion. So this is a pretty easy Red Hulk fight. Obviously, I did solo the Eternity of Pain Scorpion that we had 1 week with Red Hulk. And so my plan is generally to follow that same script that I did in that fight. Although you'll see that I did much poorly with it. I think that what was throwing me off of this war fight versus the Eternity of Pain was that, Matrix, this guy is clearly placing his Scorpion with max limber. So I'm not going to be able to get in both a medium and a light after a parry without triggering Scorpion Sense. I can only get in a medium. And so I do pop myself with Scorpion Sense twice. And that's why I end up losing a bunch of health that I otherwise... See, there's a second time. That's why I end up losing a bunch of health that I should not have lost if I had been playing a bit smarter. But other than that, it's a very safe fight since, Red Hulk is Red Hulk. And he's amazing. All right. The next fight that I have this war is Nova on the Hazard, Shift, Poison, Incinerate. I healed up my Red Hulk. This is a rank 4 Nova, but, I don't give a shit because Red Hulk destroys this guy. I throw 1 intercept there just to remove the Fury, although I don't really even need to do any. All I really need to do is to bait heavies, bait specials, and then punish accordingly. And this fight goes down pretty smoothly. I fought, Nova is one of the old school defenders I used to see all the time on this node and fight with Red Hulk. So, I'm very comfortable with this matchup. And I think I play it probably about as well, better than I do any other fight this war. My plan is that after this fight, I would go ahead and then do the boss fight. The boss was a rank 4 Terrax, and the plan was to follow the lead of my boy, Daddy Longlegs, DLL, who I saw do a very nice, safe solo of a Terrax with his Hyperion. And so with CGR banned by Matrix, it seems smart to, well, I'll go ahead and use Hyperion on that fight. But our only rank 4 Hyperion in the battle group was PWF, so it was on defense. I had enough rank up materials for it, and I figured, well, I'll be getting a bunch with Cyber Weekend. I'll go ahead and use it on Hyperion. And so I go into this fight, and quite frankly, my plan is to do the initial heavy counter right there. And I don't do it again there because I've got these Mr. F debuffs placed in order to remove the unblockable. And then I don't know why I think I was anticipating him rushing in on me and he didn't. And yeah, I'm just trying to spam the SP1. I'm not getting terribly great luck on these incinerates. Just one there, it's just not great RNG on my part. And I'm a little sort of, unnerved, I guess, at this point. Although, I do try the heavy counter there and he backs up, and I realize I could pretty much probably only heavy counter this guy if he is in his aggressive mode after throwing a special. So I've decided I'm now going to abandon the heavy counter to build Furies. I'm just going to spam specials and rely on my power gain mechanic in order to do it. But right there, he throws the fastest heavy that you'll see this side of Mysterio and just drops my health to nothing. And I'm looking at this saying, oh, fuck. And so I get in, I just, I'm like, all right, I've got to be smart. I've got to special one intercept. I've got to, keep those debuffs on. Whatever I got to do to get through this fight, I got to do. And so I begin the rotation of just doing these special one intercepts, taking the openings when I can get them, and hoping that the armor breaks give me enough willpower healing to keep me alive from any chip damage into my block. This is super annoying because I throw my SB1 and it just whiffs everything but the last hit of the special one. Thank God for that, because it allows my debuffs to reapply from Mr. Fantastic. But I was just super annoyed. And that's one of the 2 bugs in this fight that really drove me crazy. But at this point in time, I've gotten about halfway through his health from where I got hit by that heavy. And I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I'm like, okay, if I come back and I'm able to do this, I'm the man. But if you see now, he's unblockable, because that's the second bug that triggered, is that he re-triggered his unblockable even though I have more than 3 debuffs on him. So now I'm screwed. And I got killed. Yeah. So now I go back to do this fight, and I heal up Hyperion, and I realize, well, I'm not going to start the fight with any debuffs on Terrax, so he's going to start the fight unblockable. So then I'm like, well, shit, what if I just did the rest of this fight with Null? And so that's what I do. This is probably not the best counter to Terrax. I mean, you're just going to see I just lose a ton of health. I also don't have the recoil tree on, so I don't have... I have certainly not maximized my my damage output, since Null benefits so much from having the recoil tree active. But I'm able to get to my special 3, and after that, it's just build back up to a special 2, and that's enough to finish off the Terrax and clean up my own mistake. But yeah, 4 Loki ended up losing this war. Congrats to Matrix, and I'll see you guys in the next life. Jack.